Why aren't you guys in my office?
Why are you in the building? It's 8 in the morning.
Where's Chase?
It's not here because it's 8 in the morning.
16-year-old girl. High fever, vomiting, bloodshot eyes.
Wow. A case of the really bad flu.
Let me see. Did I leave anything out? Oh, yeah. The smallpox.
Smallpox was eradicated over 30 years ago.
So were hush puppies. Have you checked out your local hipster coffee shop lately?
Smallpox doesn't exist outside of P4 labs and bioweapon plants. She was in Bermuda.
Where she was scuba diving on the wreck of a Dutch slave ship that had been intentionally sunk because an epidemic of smallpox had broken out on board.
Was the ship sunk in water? Because viruses can't survive contact with water.
But if the virus had been kept on the outside of an airtight jar, that might be an issue. The jar held old school inoculations, kept the scabs of the infected people.
The virus can't survive over 200 years.
You have. Thanks for calling back. Listen, I'm a screenwriter, and is it theoretically possible for smallpox to survive for more than 200 years underwater in a sealed glass jar?
Well, theoretically, yes, but...
Thank you. So who do we believe? CDC or Dr. 90210? Isolate, get baseline blood draws for smallpox antibodies, and vaccinate the entire family.
We should test for the 21st century suspects, varicella, measles.
You're free to perform whatever unnecessary tests you want, Foreman. Slavery was abolished years ago.
Why the hell do you guys have us quarantined in here?
We're just taking every precaution.
Against what?
What do you think I have?
One possibility is tetanus from the glass jar that sliced your hand.
I remember tetanus shots. That does not look like tetanus shots.
It's really not worth going into because the odds are astronomical. Again, it's...
Smallpox.
Smallpox?
Vaccine will protect you if you don't have it and lessen the severity if you already do. But it's 1 billion to 1, so we don't want you to panic or anything.
How do I not panic with that information?
Am I gonna die? I mean, this is what terrorists want to use to kill everyone, right? Like, there's no cure.
There are treatments. We can give you cytofovir.
I don't think you care about the drug's names. Bottom line, it's 30% fatal, which means your chances of being okay are about the same as a basketball player's chance of hitting a free throw, unless she finds dark purplish skin blotches.
What would purple blotches mean?
Hemorrhagic type smallpox.
In which case her chances are more like Shaq hitting a free throw.
No purple skin, but take a look at this.
What is it?
There's a rash under your daughter's arm.
Like more of those gross bumps?
No, it's just a regular rash.
What does that mean?
It's just not smallpox.
Please, step out of the room. I'm Dr. Broda, head of infection control, CDC, and your protective suits are not adequate.
Turns out they don't have to be. Rash under the arm means it's not smallpox. False alarm. Sorry. Hope the traffic wasn't too bad.
Rash is consistent with smallpox.
Not if it presents after pustules.
She's probably just allergic to the bed sheets or the hospital gown, or you simply didn't notice it. We're going to airlift blood and tissue samples to Atlanta. We'll have the DNA results in 18 hours. In the meantime, please, step out of the room.
You brought the plane? Cool.
Meningococcus. We believe the rash under Julie's armpit is actually petechial spots. When added to the high fever, the vomiting...
There haven't been any seizures, no stiff neck.
If I could just gain access to the patient, I could investigate the rash further.
All right, I'll take a look.
I can weigh your gear. I'll take every necessary precaution.
You come to me with a weak diagnosis. I even offer to investigate, but that's not good enough for you. What's really going on here? Sir, are you feeling all right in there?
It's just a headache.
Baby.
Baby.
Oh, God.
Dad, you're bleeding.
Somebody, please.
Get in here now.
This is not meningococcus. You're not getting in here.
Cool. Not really. Not for them and not for you. The dad's new symptoms are consistent with them having smallpox.
Would be if he had a headache.
He does have a headache.
No, he just said ow and held his head.
Actually, he said ow, then he said it's a headache.
Which could be indicative of head pain. Headache is caused by muscle tension or vascular stretching. Head pain is caused by trauma, which would include such events as a bleed in the brain from TB.
We're back to TB?
We never left.
We'll need to do a CT, and I sort of have a hunch that the CDC is not going to approve of us moving the patient.
Julie doesn't have smallpox.
Did I just dream the part where I finally agreed it was smallpox? Well, if what I thought was reality was actually a dream, then the reverse. Oh my God, I had a threesome with Beyonce and Lady Gaga.
She doesn't have pustules on her palms or the soles of her feet.
The dad does have pustules there. How does he get smallpox if it skips her? We gave it to him. Where's Chase?
You do realize we don't all live together, right?
Well, then we gave it to him. No pustules on the daughter's palms, so?
So, therefore, your theory is you asked me to take the dad's blood, but I accidentally injected him with smallpox.
Exactly. Although technically it was the vaccinia virus, which is what the smallpox vaccine is made from. Same symptoms as smallpox, but only half the calories and almost none of the lethality.
You sound like one of those anti-vaccine cranks. You can't develop full-blown symptoms from the vaccine this quickly.
You can if you're immunocompromised. Am I the only one who reads these things? Dad had kidney cancer.
6 years ago, he's been in remission.
Well, it's obviously back. Shot his immune system, made him vulnerable to the vaccinia, which will get better on interferon. So if he responds to the treatment, that proves he doesn't have smallpox.
Then what does the daughter have?
Damn. I was hoping you weren't going to ask me that. Could we please just focus on the disease we just diagnosed and can treat?
What's more likely? He got smallpox the day after we immunized him for it, or he's sick from the vaccine itself?
You got any proof the kidney cancer's back?
Well, let me give him this. When he gets better, that'll be the proof you need. I'll put on one of your fancy space suits, and I promise I won't kiss him on an open sore.
You know who Janet Parker is? In 1978, she was working at a university in England. Someone in a research lab on the floor below screwed up. Some smallpox virus managed to float up through the vents into the room where she was working. She died 4 days later. Last known person to die from smallpox. And the person in charge of the lab was so destroyed, he killed himself. Now that he's shedding, I can't open that door for anyone.
Hey, look, there's the proof you need. There's blood in the urine bag.
His kidneys are shutting down. He's in the final stages of the disease.
Smallpox was causing the kidney failure. The blood would be brown. It's red because the kidney cancer is back and this is not smallpox.
I'm not opening that door.
Well, that makes one of us.
Hey! Hey! You're insane!
But I'm right.
I hope you are. Because I can't let you out